Welcome to Libertarian Times. Today, we're here at Acton Experience Brazil with Kris Mauren, the president of the Acton Institute. Thank you for being here. It's an honor to have you, and thank you for granting this interview.
Thank you. I'm pleased to be talking to you and your supporters.
Well, thank you very much. And first, I wanted to ask, why Brazil? Why did Acton choose to come here and have this event?
We've been working in Brazil for at least 10 years, and over time we've built a very strong network of interested people, many of whom have gone to the United States to attend our large program, Acton University, every June. And consequently, we've built a large base of alumni supporters, and they've been clamoring for us to come down here. And as you can see, we've been able to fill the place with enthusiastic Brazilians.
And what have the comments been from those Brazilians? What have they told you when you announced that you were coming here and during the event?
Well, when we announced we were coming, they were very excited, of course. And what's interesting is about 1/3 of the group here are alumni, and 2/3 of the folks, there's about 230 people here, 2/3 of them are new, which is very good. The 1/3 alumni have told us it feels very much like the spirit of Acton University. So that's what we hope to achieve.
Well, it's excellent that you're having new additions. Also, you guys bring together people from all walks of life, religious leaders, entrepreneurs, politicians. Why is it necessary to bring all those people and have this diversity in your event?
Yes, we're committed to expanding the Freedom Coalition. And to do that, we need to find a way to welcome more and more people into our orbit. So if you look around here, you see people who identify themselves as libertarians, neoliberals, conservatives, and we also have people who are very Catholic, very Protestant, or even agnostic. And we're trying to broaden the number of people promoting freedom. And so we've created in all of our programs this welcoming space where people can come together and help do this challenge to promote freedom.
Excellent. And have you had any trouble with all those different ideologies, or has it been a more good synergy?
It's been amazing. I think a very good synergy. We understand we have some fine differences, but we all share a common goal for a freer society.
Well, that's great as well. Also, Brazil currently has a socialist government. So what have the Brazilians been telling you about that, and how can Acton help with that?
Well, I think they're very grateful that we've come down here to help encourage the folks who are promoting freedom, because these are very difficult times in Brazil, as you mentioned, with the socialist regime, which is pressing down on freedom of speech and marginalizing conservatives. And so just being here, just having this event is, I think, strengthening the resolve and encouraging the people who are working very hard to promote freedom here.
Yes, that's also true. And there are many freedom movements or right-wing movements going on across Latin America and the world. What's your opinion on that? And do you think that Brazil can change back to the right?
Absolutely. I think Brazil will change to the right. I think despite this difficult moment of a decrease of freedom, that freedom as a whole is on the ascendancy here in Brazil, and that's thanks to 40 years of very hard work and lots of educational work by free market think tanks, of which there are many here in Brazil. So I think I'm very optimistic about Brazil becoming more and more freedom-oriented. Of course, right next door in Argentina, we have a great moment of hope where we're hoping, all of us, to see some positive political change and reform. And in Argentina, we see these movements, other parts of Latin America and certainly Europe, and we're encouraged by all this. We certainly do want to see more freedom everywhere. And we also want the right kind of conservative movements, right? Some tend to actually not respect freedom in all its respects. So, I mean, we're for the individual, we're for classical liberalism and conservative values where freedom is paramount.
Yes, of course. You also stated that this was the first Acton experience in Brazil. Are you planning on continuing doing this experience here in Brazil in the coming years?
Yes, this conference, Acton Experience, is the first conference called Acton Experience. It's kind of a new model, a one-day taste of the 4-day program we do in Grand Rapids called Acton University. So it's a new model of an event. I imagine we will try it in some other countries, but we certainly are committed to returning here to Brazil next year for the same Acton experience.
That's amazing. And what countries are you thinking of?
Well, we're going to look at where we have great supportive and enthusiastic alumni first, or financial supporters that can help make that happen. So I'm not prepared to announce any new countries here, but we're going to look at the possibility of expanding this program.
Well, that's great that you have hope for the future of freedom across Latin America and the world. You touched upon Argentina. Yes. What's your opinion on Argentina as of late? Because I don't know if you know, but across the world there have been some scandals with Milei's sister and a political defeat recently. What's your opinion, and do you think that he can overcome that?
Well, I don't follow very, very closely what's going on. I have been to Argentina just maybe 6 months ago, and I love the country, so I'm very hopeful that things will change for the better. It will take strong leadership wherever we find it in the world, strong people with great principles to affect change. As far as I know, there's no scandal attached to Milei himself, but people around him. So I'm hopeful that he'll still be able to survive and carry on a vision of reforming the government in Argentina.
Perfect. I want to conclude this interview with a message to the people of Brazil and Latin America. What would be your message and the message of Acton to them?
Yes, stay strong, take courage, continue the educational work on behalf of freedom, and send your best leaders, young leaders, to Acton University this next June 2026.
Thank you very much, sir. It's an honor to have you, and I wish you the best of luck with Acton Institute.
Thank you.
All right.